Tracking showers and storms working their way out of the area ahead of a cold front. I'll let you know when we'll see some cooler and drier air past the front.
And shooting on a busy road. What we know about the Wake County incident that left one man fighting for his life. Plus, botulism investigation. What parents are saying about an outbreak across 15 states, including North Carolina, linked to a baby formula. Well, we had some near record warmth out there today as storms are slowly moving out of our area. The chance of those storms impacting your weekend plans was the reason we had a WRAL weather alert day today. Meteorologist Grant Skinner is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with more. Grant, it'll be cooler and drier for the rest of our weekend.
That's right. Once this front can finally work its way out of the area, this particular, this is kind of adjusted based off a forecast model. It's kind of moving to the south and east a little bit quicker, but that front is still draped across northern portions of our area. Once that moves out, the rain will move out. Then we'll finally see the cooler and drier air. But the reason we have the WRAL weather alert day is because of the showers and storms still working to the south and east, and a few more storms could pop up over the next 30 minutes or so. So keeping a close eye on those. They could produce some brief wind gusts. If you were back towards southern portions of Wake County and talking about Fuquay, Varina, down through Johnston County, Goldsboro, you saw some showers and storms earlier. Those are slowly working their way out. There are some brief downpours and a couple of storms just south and east of Newton Grove. They're moving east and southeast out of the area now. So Goldsboro still have some wet roads from that earlier rain, but that should slowly become a lot drier into the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow. That was after we had some near record warmth this afternoon. High of 76 at RDU. That's 1 degree shy of the record. Not quite there at Fayetteville, but still a warm day. I'll let you know how much will cool down tomorrow and also talk about our next rain chance to come before Thanksgiving. That's coming up.
Grant, thank you very much. Whenever storms or showers are in the forecast, you can track them with the WRAL weather app. There are more than a dozen different radar views for you to choose from. It's, of course, free to download. Make sure to turn on push notifications so you can get important alerts sent right to your phone. New here at 6, Wake County deputies have identified the man they say pulled the trigger during a shooting in the middle of one of Knightdale's busiest intersections. Another man is fighting for his life tonight after being shot. This happened this morning on Knightdale Boulevard near Old Mill Burney Road. WRAL's Kirsten Clark is live there for us tonight. Kirsten, you spoke with people who were near that intersection.
Yeah, Eric, this intersection here again at Knightdale Boulevard and Old Mill Burney Road, it reopened just a few hours ago. People we spoke with told us they were shocked to hear and see some of the chaos that unfolded here just before 9 o'clock this morning. Now, take a look at this video that was sent in to us by a viewer. You can see the camera zoom in on two men in the grassy median here. One of them looks to be yelling at and walking toward the other. Now, while the other man is backing up with his hand stretched out and holding what looks like a gun in the other hand. That's when he is pushed to the ground. Now, we are not able to see what happens next as that viewer drove away, but the Wake County Sheriff's Office says deputies arrived to find a man with an apparent gunshot wound. Our video of the scene shows the area taped off with 4 cars remaining at the scene, including a work vehicle with damage to the rear window. Now, we spoke with a man who saw a lot of the commotion from the hemp store across the street from the intersection.
I mean, it was definitely just a little bit concerning, especially in light of the more recent road rage incident, about a week or two ago. You know, you hate to think that maybe this is a trend or something that you have to start looking out for, but it does kind of seem that way when you have so many back-to-back, same area. So, you know, I'm hoping that we can all just cool down and be safe this holiday season out here.
Now, the Wake County Sheriff's Office has not confirmed the shooting was a result of road rage, but we were told that it was isolated and there is no longer a threat to the community. We're still working to learn more about what happened leading up to the shooting and the shooter's identity. Live in Knightdale, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
WRAL has covered 2 cases where cars were shot into while on the road, both on Thursday morning. Raleigh police are trying to find the person who shot into a car near Chapanoke Road. The high schooler driving the car that was shot was injured. And Wake County deputies have identified a person of interest in a shooting on US 64 near Lizard Lick Road, but they're not in custody. One man was taken to the hospital with injuries in that shooting. 3 people are in custody, 2 of them teenagers, after a shooting at Concord's tree lighting that left 4 people total injured. Two of those critically injured, police say, were also shooters. That includes an 18-year-old and an unnamed juvenile. A 17-year-old is also being charged as an adult in connection to the shooting, but was not injured. Two other 17-year-olds were shot. One was treated and released. The other is still in critical condition at the hospital. Police say this was not a random act of violence, but still affected everyone there.
I just really wish we can just go out, have a good time, and not have to worry about this kind of thing.
I thought the fireworks went off. My daughter thought the fireworks went off, and here it was, 7-8 rounds of gunshots.
My whole life I've roamed these streets growing up, and we own multiple buildings down here, so we're down here 7 days a week, and I never would have expected it.
The city of Concord went ahead with its annual Christmas parade today. Town leadership vowed not to let the senseless acts of a few individuals steal another tradition. Tonight, we're working to learn the name of the man who was hit and killed on NC 42 in Johnston County. It happened in Wilson's Mills around midnight. Officers say the man's car had a flat tire. The man then climbed over the concrete median before he was hit. Officers say there was limited visibility at the time. A driver stayed on the scene. No charges are expected. We've learned the identity of the woman killed on I-440 West in Raleigh. Police say 30-year-old Kiana Kellen was in the roadway between Wake Forest and Six Forks Road. Multiple cars crashed and Kellen was sadly killed. Part of I-440 was closed until early this morning for the investigation. Tonight, family, friends, and fans are mourning Durham native and former NBA player Rodney Rogers. Rogers passed away last night in his home in Durham. Rogers starred at Hillside High School, where he was known as the Durham Bull for his stature and playing style. He went on to play at Wake Forest University, where he was named ACC Freshman of the Year in 1991. He won ACC Player of the Year in '93, making him one of 7 players to ever win both of those awards. Rogers played in the NBA for 12 years. He retired in 2005. Rogers was paralyzed in 2008 after an accident on his farm. He's survived by his wife and 3 children. Rogers was just 54 years old. Well, it's been a nightmare for parents across the country and right here in North Carolina. We're talking about that botulism outbreak in babies that was tied to ByHeart baby formulas. There have been 30 confirmed cases nationwide, including one right here in North Carolina. Now, more parents are coming forward saying this formula made their babies sick before the outbreak officially started. Connor Hansen reports.
Parents are demanding answers regarding an infant botulism outbreak linked to baby formula, with some saying their children contracted the illness before the outbreak occurred.
Obviously, we just want to know what happened.
Public health officials are investigating cases where babies consumed formula from ByHeart and fell sick with the rare and potentially deadly disease, which can cause the nervous system to stop working. The company has since recalled all of its products in connection with the outbreak.
We don't have a lot of more information on that as far as how that organism got into that product.
Katie Connolly says her then 8-month-old daughter was hospitalized back in April for botulism after she was fed ByHeart formula.
I was trying to figure out how I could get in touch with the CDC and the FDA and alert them that hey, this isn't maybe just in August. We could have something that started prior to that.
While an outbreak in August sickened at least 31 babies across 15 states, officials have also confirmed 6 other cases from November 2024 to June 2025 of babies who were treated for botulism. Though they also say, as of now, those pre-August cases cannot be connected with the current outbreak. The CDC says investigators are aware of the earlier infections, but that their efforts are focusing on the cases after August. In New York, Connor Hansen, WRAL News.
And we have more information about those recalled products and other recent recalls on our website. Just go to WRAL.com and search recall for more from 5 on your side. Well, just beautiful weather out there today for the tens of thousands of people who gathered all across downtown Raleigh to watch the 2025 Raleigh Christmas Parade. It's, of course, a Triangle holiday tradition, and so's our live team coverage of it. Kelsey Coffey has more on the seasonal sights and sounds.
Christmas Christmas cheer in the streets of downtown Raleigh. The 81st annual Raleigh Christmas Parade, a decades-long tradition for one Raleigh family that began with matriarch Patricia Holt.
We've been coming here to this spot for the last at least 15 years. Sometimes it can be as many as 30 of us.
Her son, Jim Upchurch, has been going to the parade for as long as he can remember.
It's always been a part of our lives. It's always been a time where we come out and celebrate Christmas and have a lot of fun.
Bands, dancers, and smiles full of joy. All the pageantry makes for one of the largest Christmas parades in the Southeast. More than 80,000 people gather every year downtown. People like Jenny Hennett. She goes to the parade to find a sense of peace during tough times.
It makes you forget about everything else that's going on in the world. But it's just great to see everybody come together and, you know, enjoy the parade.
Santa and Mrs. Claus, the signature finale of every Raleigh Christmas parade, creating special memories that every generation can cherish. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, Raleigh.
A beautiful day out there today. Kelsey, thank you very much. Well, still to come tonight, turkeys from Tuesday. A hip-hop artist with ties to the Triangle is giving back.
Well, I just want everybody to feel appreciated and be able to celebrate with their family and loved ones.
Yeah, just ahead, why Tuesday says this annual event means so much to him personally. And warm weather ice skating? Yeah, sure doesn't feel like November outside, but that didn't keep people away from a seasonal outdoor rink in Raleigh. And if you see breaking news, have a story tip, or shoot video or pictures of our weather, please report it to us. Go to WRAL.com/report it to send your video, pictures, or tip to our news team. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Taking a live look there over the DBAP where you can see the festive bowl of lights in full swing. Beautiful out there tonight. Getting in the holiday spirit a little bit earlier this year despite those warm temperatures. Raleigh native and rapper Tuesday held his annual turkey giveaway ahead of Thanksgiving. This year's event was hosted by the Southeast Raleigh YMCA. Tuesday donated 200 turkeys to local families, helping to provide Thanksgiving to those in need.
I come from nothing, man. I know what it's like around the holidays to not be able to have certain things. So I just want everybody to feel appreciated and be able to celebrate with their family and loved ones.
Yeah, Tuesday's currently working on new music and will celebrate his birthday bash in Raleigh in January. The North Carolina Museums of History and Art came together today to celebrate American Indian heritage. All 8 North Carolina tribes gathered to share indigenous culture and history from across North Carolina. The events opened with a ceremonial grand entry, followed by traditional songs and dance. Visitors were invited to take part in hands-on demonstrations and activities. Native-owned food trucks also served staples like fry bread.
When people come to this event and leave, I want them to know that the American Indian people, that we're still here, that we're still singing our songs and dancing our dances and speaking our languages and telling our stories and doing our crafts. So, you know, something like this is so valuable for our continued visibility in our traditional lands.
And North Carolina has the largest indigenous population east of the Mississippi River. Well, near record high temperatures in the upper 70s and outdoor ice skating may seem like a bit of a strange combination, but that didn't keep people away from this. People of all ages turned out for the first day of the holiday ice skating rink at Red Hat Amphitheater.
It's weird that it's 70 degrees, but the kids are having a blast anyway, and it's a great venue. I mean, this is like a perfect place to bring the kids.
Tickets are for 2-hour skating sessions and are $15, including skate rentals, and are available online or in person at the Martin Marietta Center box office. The holiday rink will be open through January 4th. Yeah, Grant, I think kind of towing the line between swimming and ice skating out there today. It was a warm one.
Yeah, it was a very warm day, much warmer than normal thanks to some warm air ahead of this cold front that we're seeing pass through the area now. We still have a WRAL weather alert day. That will end very soon as these storms exit the area. The reason why we had that is because we had a rain chance this morning that could affect folks setting up for the parade this morning, and also we had some showers and storms this afternoon as well, so we wanted to account for that in addition to the rain this morning. Once this front front finally passes, high pressure builds back in. It will be cooler and more comfortable. We'll talk more about that next weather maker. And then here's something new. Thanksgiving and Black Friday continue to trend even cooler. And we'll talk about those temperatures and how they'll change into the end of this next week. Here's Dual Doppler 5000. I want to show you radar one more time real quick. Some heavier downpours working their way out of Sampson County. Now they're clipping northeastern portions of Sampson County. These are just southeast of Newton Grove, moving near Calypso now. These are producing some heavy downpours, maybe a little bit of lightning as well. That's about to exit the area. So could see some brief wind gusts, maybe some small hail, but that's going to exit very, very soon. This photo was sent to reported by Craig over in Clayton. You can see still some lingering clouds there. Sunset's pretty. And then also we have some fog. We could see some areas of fog develop overnight tonight as this front passes. It's providing for a little bit of lift for that moisture to allow for some fog to develop into the evening hours and late tonight, but once that front passes, the fog should move out. Rain chances will drop off this evening, leaving a 20% rain chance for some brief showers, maybe a storm or two in our far southern spots, but slowly going to improve in terms of our conditions across the area overnight. 53 by 11 p.m. By tomorrow morning, we'll sit in the mid to upper 40s to the north, 51 in Raleigh, 55 in Fayetteville, 53 Southern Pines, 52 in Goldsboro, 49 to start your Sunday in our northeastern spots. Now, next weather maker to start the week is this high pressure building into the area. That's going to bring cooler and drier air. Lows by Monday morning dropping to around 40, so more seasonable temperatures by then. Our next rain chance is not till later in the day on Tuesday. That's our next cold front. So highs tomorrow, mid to upper 60s, a comfortable day. We'll have some clouds in the morning, but then by the afternoon, you'll see that those sunshine icons return. Should be a very, very pleasant day. And then by Monday morning, even cooler at around 40. 40 in Raleigh, 38 Durham, mid-30s for our northern spots up towards South Hill and Roxborough. So we'll be chillier to start the work week. Our next rain chance arrives with our next cold front. Highest rain chance late Tuesday and into Wednesday. But once that front passes, look at Thanksgiving. Now down to 58 for our high Thanksgiving, and it continues to trend cooler. So watch for changes with this, that those trends continue to drop in terms of those temperatures into Thursday and Friday. So you can see into Black Friday, 53 for the high, in the 30s for our lows. Look at Saturday morning in the 20s and 30s. So a chilly end of the week. For now, though, it'll be cool and very comfortable through the start of the next week. And then our next rain chance behind that, we see that cooler air to end next week. We'll have to watch for some showers and storms into Tuesday and Wednesday.
And the weather roller coaster rolls on. Grant,
That's right.
Thank you very much. Well, the Battle of the Blues on the football field. Just ahead, an update on the Duke-UNC game underway right now at Kenan Memorial Stadium. Bill Belichick said at his introductory press conference that his first words were "beat Duke." Today, he got his first chance as the Tar Heels hosted the Blue Devils in Chapel Hill. Senior day for Belichick here. Wide receiver Kobe Pacer among the seniors being honored. Tar Heel offense has struggled most of the season, but hey, they looked great on their opening drive. Quarterback Gio Lopez able to cap it off from in close for a 7-0 lead. Duke then responded on its first drive. Anderson Castle scoring from 1 yard out to tie that game up. Second quarter, Duke got some help from a roughing the kicker penalty on a missed field goal. Quarterback Darian Mensah took advantage on the next play, hitting Jeremiah Halsey for a score. The game is in the fourth quarter right now, and UNC taking the lead, 25-24. NC State with an impressive 21-11 win over Florida State on Friday night. A wild game if you watch that one. After that game, head coach Dave Dorn said there's no quit in this team. WRAL's Pat Welter and Brian Murphy break down why fans and the administration shouldn't quit either.
It's decision time, right? Or it's about to be for Boo Corrigan and for Dave Doran and for this program going forward. And I could see it a couple different ways. This is a team that started 3-0, showed a lot of promise, then lost 5 of 7 games to get them in this point here where they're 500 going into this game versus Florida State with rival UNC in the finale. And you felt like they needed to at least beat UNC to give him a chance to keep his job. And it's not like he's done a bad job. I mean, he's bowl eligible now for the 11th time in 13 years, but sometimes things run their course. We just saw it with James Franklin. But then you see the Georgia Tech win. You see the fans storming the field. You see the way he could get his team not to quit after a brutal loss at Miami. And now they got UNC coming in here next. I mean, how do you not bring him back if he blows out Bill Belichick or just beats him in his final game?
Yeah, a couple things. Like, this game was sold out, the UNC game was sold out. So even though there's a vocal minority of fans, I think, online, on social media that talk about being tired of Dave Doeren, that's not manifesting itself here in the stadium. Yeah. People are still showing up. They're still cheering for this team. They're bowl eligible again. If they beat Carolina, that'll be 5 straight years they've beaten North Carolina. Look at all the jobs that are open. Look at the pool of candidates. I don't think Boo Corrigan. NC State also has a new chancellor. I don't think they want to go through a coaching search. I think they want Dave Doeren to make it easy on them, beat Carolina, be 7-5, start planning for next year. I don't think they want to get in the market of where you got to try to find a coach. You know, some of the numbers that are being thrown around for some of these coaches, I just don't think they want to get into that. And I think this win helps. And I think if Dave Doeren and NC State take care of business, they'll be favored against Carolina next week.